In the accounts of the Amarna tablets, the Habiru are allied with Shuradatta, the Philistine king. You might remember that David had become an outlaw as long as Saul was alive. And he's having to flee from Saul. Where does he go to? He goes to the Philistines and becomes a mercenary working for the Philistines. The Philistines king, is it Achish? Yes, Achish, Achish. In one of the letters, I don't have a copy of this letter, the copy of this particular Amarna tablet, but Abdiheba writes a letter back to Amarna, to the Pharaoh, to Akhenaten, referring that the Habiru have taken over Hebron. Where does David take over? David takes over Hebron for 7 years. The letter that I mentioned that we don't have, that I don't have a copy of, Abdiheba is becoming very, very nervous. He's very nervous about the proximity of the Habiru to him. And Hebron is just a short distance south of Jerusalem. If you had an enemy that has taken down several other cities in your area, several of the allies that you had, that is moving into that proximity, it could be very, very frightening to you. Now, this is what is known as EA288. That is, this Amarna tablet has a code number. They call it EA288. This is from Abdiheba. I want to read this to you. May the king give thought to his land. The land of the king is lost. Now, the king here would be the Pharaoh. May the king give thought to his land. The land of the king is lost. All of it has attacked me. I am at war as far as the land of Seru, which is the land of Seir. Seir is going to be right down in this region. This would be Seir, which is Edom, the ancient Edom. And as far as Gat Carmel, all the rulers are at peace, but I am at war. I myself am treated like a Habiru. And I do not visit the king my lord, since I am at war. I am situated like a ship in the midst of the sea. The strong arm of the king took the land of Naharim, which is the land of a people known as the Mitanni, and the land of Kasi, which is the land of Cush. But now the Habiru have taken the very cities of the king. Not a single ruler remains to the king, my lord. All are lost. Behold, Tibaza was slain in the city gate of Sile, which is on the border of Egypt. The king did nothing. Behold, servants who were connected with the Habiru smote Zimrata of Lachish. Lachish is in the Shephelah Valley. Lachish is located right here. And it is a critical city to the defense of Jerusalem. The king did nothing. Behold, servants who were connected with the Habiru smote Zimrata of Lachish, and Yapihada was slain in the city gate of Sile. Again, the king did nothing. May the king send the commissioner to fetch me along with my brothers, and then we will die near the king our lord. He's frightened. He's saying, you're not helping us. We cannot hold them. They are stronger than we are. There's another letter that was sent. This is has a designation of EA271. This was the last letter that was received that they have found at in the Amarna text. May the king, my lord, know that the war against me and against Shuradatta is severe. So may the king, my lord, save his land from the power of the Habiru. Otherwise, may the king, my lord, send chariots to fetch us, lest our servants, in other words, the Habiru, kill us. And there was no other letter from them at this time.
So that was the last letter that they have, because it's believed that he was killed, the king of Jerusalem, or Jebus at that time. But isn't that fascinating information that we have from a historical archaeological record? But why do we not see these? So these things were in the Biblical Archaeological Review magazine and things like that, but you don't hear about this being taught when we're talking about trying to prove the history of the Bible and all that.
Absolutely correct.
It seems like those that are on the other side have all the money and time and effort, and those on the side of what's in the Bible want to just be passive.
There's an archaeological magazine out there called BAR.
Yeah, Biblical Archaeological Review, yeah.
I stopped taking it because I just it sounded so stupid. It did not seem to me to be impartial.
There's secular archaeologists involved in that. However, over the years there are very good articles in there. So it's like you weigh out the good with the bad. If you want to get the good articles and the good research that comes out of there, you're going to have to get some of the bad with it, because it's a mainline magazine that covers from all perspective. And they'll have, even in one magazine, they'll have an opposing view of some archaeological record with a different view, and you're left to pick and choose what you believe. Okay, so, and that can be disheartening for some people, because they want to be able to have it said for exactly what it is, what it represents, and all that. But there are some good things in it, though. There are some well worth research in it. But once again, you might go a few magazines before you find something good, because it might be something that's based on the secular record.
Is there one that you recommend?
If you're going to really get into it, the archaeological things, especially with Israel, Biblical Archaeological Record focuses more on Israel and the land of Israel. Some other magazines, they might have some things with the land of Israel, but they might have Rome and other places in there. It just kind of depends what your area of desire or likes to study. You probably want to be a little bit more serious about archaeological things to be able to get the magazine. Otherwise, it's going to have a lot of terms that you're going to be trying to catch up to understand. So you really want to kind of be into it a little bit. What we just read, it's David first became king in Hebron after Saul had died. Now remember, Saul was of the tribe of Benjamin. Remember the border where Jerusalem was at? Saul, or Benjamin, was the leading power. David becomes king, and he's of the tribe of Judah. So you see the point in the middle here between Benjamin and Judah is Jebus, is Jerusalem, and David was smart. It was also by the hand of God. It was the chosen city of God, but David, from a purely being a wise old king, or a wise young king at the time, said, I'm going to go and conquer this territory, and this is where the house of God, my city, is going to be, because this is a neutral territory. No tribe has ever conquered this. And it's right smack in the middle of the two power bases, because David was not king over the 10 northern tribes. Initially, he was king for 7 years over Hebron, over the tribe of Judah. After 7 years, a meeting takes place, and all of Israel anoint him king. And he's king of Judah, but now all the tribes anoint him as king. And this is where he's going to go to Jerusalem now and make this neutral city be the city and capital of the new kingdom, because there was no other way to do it. And this would alleviate the tensions between the two powerful tribes of Benjamin to the north and Judah to the south, because they both were playing a role in this environment.